The South African rand has been named as the worst performing currency so far this year out of 24 major emerging market currencies. It has slid by at least 5.5% against the American dollar so far in 2013. But what impact has the rand's depreciation had on Africa's biggest economy? With an assessment of the pros and the cons, here's CCTV's Sumitra Naidu.
The rand has improved in the last week to just under 9 rand against the US dollar, but remains extremely volatile. Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has voiced his concerns, saying the currency is a lot more devalued than it needs to be.
Growth has been slowing. At the same time, we've had huge demand on our fiscus from a social spending point of view, so the fiscus has weakened as well. And then against that backdrop, we've had a dramatically deteriorating current account. We've imported far too much, and our exports have dropped off quite steeply on the back of the mining situation and the strikes and the labour action that we're seeing in that industry. So it's really a whole lot of events coming together, compounding, and thus we've seen the rand lose quite a bit of value over the last few months.
With metal prices also coming under significant pressure, this may not be the end for an underperforming rand.
One must remember that your tax revenue that you're able to collect is directly correlated to your economic growth. The higher your economic growth, the more people that are employed, the more your tax base expands, the more you are able to use that money for social spending, for infrastructure development. Of course, the converse is also true, where your economy is dropping off or weakening, or the growth is slowing down, as in South Africa's case. We lose jobs, we lose tax base, and the demand for social spending for people who are unemployed, for the very poor of the sector, that goes up. And so your budget deficit grows.
The Treasury expects growth to pick up modestly to 2.7% this year from 2.5% in 2012, before accelerating to a robust 3.8% in 2014. Many analysts, though, are skeptical about any improvement. The rand's weakness has been putting pressure on the current account deficit. Not good news, as the international ratings agencies have been warning that the deficit needs to be reined in. But South Africa is still attracting strong bond inflows as investors enjoy good yields. If there is any reversal, there will be further pressure as the current account deficit will widen. The deficit is already at 6.3% of GDP. Sumitra Naidu, CCTV, Johannesburg.